Welcome to Iraq. After spending 1 month in Iran, I managed my way to the border town of Marivan. The next morning I took a taxi and crossed the border to Iraq, which is quite easy as us Europeans don't need a visa. This is actually not totally exact. We don't need a visa for Iraqi Kurdistan. Let's do a bit of geography. This is the Republic of Iraq and this is Kurdistan. Kurdistan is a geocultural region that has its own culture, language and traditions. Kurdish are very progressist compared to their neighbors. They are very tolerant toward religions and they are very known for their bravery. After World War I, Kurdistan was separated in 4 countries: Syria, Turkey, Iraq and Iran. And nowadays the Kurds are the largest group of people to not have a nation in the world. In Iraq, Kurdistan has its own government. The area is actually called Karaji, which means Kurdistan Regional Government. They organized a referendum in 2017, to which the people said yes up to 92%. This resulted in really bad retaliation from the Iraqi government, who put sanctions on the region.
The government in Baghdad prohibited the vote.
I come to stay.
So after crossing the border, I took a taxi to Erbil, the capital of the region. Erbil is a very strange city and it's very different from what you imagine when you think about Iraq. The city is 8,000 years old and it is one of the oldest cities in the world, and you can find the beautiful citadel at the heart of it. But it is also the base camp for all the NGOs that are working in Kurdistan and north of Iraq. So you also have fancy hotels, bar, clubs, foreign cars and Pizza Hut, for example. As Erbil wasn't affected by recent conflicts, it is a very safe city. In 2018, it was ranked on the top 5 of the safest cities in the world. There is actually something really nice about filming in parks in Erbil. The city is full of really beautiful parks, but because it's too hot during the day, people stay home, so all these parks are totally empty. So I came to Erbil to make a small documentary about the rebuilding of Mosul. About 2 years ago, the international coalition, helped by the Iraqi government, defeated the Islamic State and liberated the city. Since then, many people started to come back home, but in which conditions? Unfortunately, it is not possible for me to have a visa to go out of Kurdistan, so my only option was to meet people who regularly go to Mosul and ask them some questions. I started my investigation by contacting various NGOs, sending emails, going door to doors, and I managed to get in touch with a few of them. I met with UN organizations such as the UNDP and the UNHCR, I met with the NRC, I met with the NPAID, I met with teachers from the Erbil University, so I met quite a few people. Through these organizations, I managed to visit internally displaced people in camps near Erbil, which was really interesting, and I can't wait to tell you their stories. So I think after these 3 weeks in Erbil, the people I met from all these organizations, the refugees I met, I have a broad idea of what's happening in Mosul right now and what's gonna happen in the future. So I hope you like this video. It was just a small trailer for my documentary about Mosul coming up next week. So stay tuned and I'll see you next week. Bye.